current mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, keeps gushing on about what a terrific place London is, and that is his job. That's why he's paid so much money. That's why he has all the four-man motorcade, all that security, of course, at the British taxpayers' expense. Recently, as I pointed out, he popped up on Oxford Street to, amazingly, open the IKEA department store, you know, the furniture store. They've taken over a big corner of Oxford Street, and apparently this is going to be big business. This, of course, is also part of the plan because IKEA are very keen to make it pedestrianised. As I said, what's going on truly behind the scenes. And as I also pointed out, many people over here in the United Kingdom think this is a farce, because how can you make Oxford Street, a street 4 miles long, fully pedestrianised? It just doesn't make sense. But now the plans to, well, shall we say, clean up Oxford Street are falling directly at Sadiq Khan's door. As ever, let me explain. Morning, chums. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Have you been to London recently? Sorry, have you been to London? Have you seen, of course, what Oxford Street is like? It looks like any sort of street now in any town. So many rundown, cheap shops. You know, the sweet candy stores, the fake souvenir shops that are clearly have been pointed out on many different occasions, fronts for many other activities. And it comes as no surprise about, you know, as I've pointed out to, and this is why I like to share these stories with you, people who take those tuk-tuks that get ripped off by using their credit cards when, you know, they may think they're paying £35 to get home and find they've been charged either £3,000 or £350,000. And this is what happened when a tourist went into one of those now infamous candy stores on Oxford Street. They were charged over £800 just for a couple of packets of sweets. Can you imagine? Only that to get home and realise that by looking at the credit card. They tipped off the British Met Police. The Met Police went in to have a look. And guess what they found? An underground tunnel with all sorts of illicit and illegal activities. Just get that, an underground tunnel where they were selling, you know, bogus cigarettes, all sorts of stuff. This is the London that Sadiq Khan has created. You know, you can understand why some of the bigger stores, you know, the glitzy, glamorous stores, whether it be Cartier, Gucci, all that sort of stuff, why they simply have no interest in investing in literally a city where you're going to be next door to stores like that. You don't want to have that, literally, in principle, do you? But here's the thing. While he was busy waving the flag, of course, opening the IKEA store, has he spoken about this? Has he got on in front of the camera, as he normally does for every single thing on his social media platform? What's he doing to crack it down? No, Sadie's remained quiet, you see, because all Sadiq wants to do is pinpoint the good bits. And that's fine, you know, absolutely. Part of the job again. But the other side of the coin is, sadly, there are a lot of bad bits, and they are also under his remit that need his attention. That should be basically sorted out very quickly so that people could feel safe while shopping. Headlines like this will put off any potential tourist because, let's be honest, you go past those stores and you see those retro sweets and you think, you know what, maybe I'll treat myself to a bag. Imagine if you're not sure about how the money works and you get home to find that level of bill on your credit card. I've been told that that actually is now being fully refunded. But what about if he hadn't have checked, or what about if he wasn't that diligent in able to do that? And as I said, this is the world, this is the city that this particular man keeps telling us is a world-class city in a world of its own. With headlines like this, it truly is. What do you think? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.